Now that you are familiar with secure messaging and know how to navigate the message center, your practice can begin messaging. Secure messaging can be used to chat with clients and as an internal office communication tool. Users at group practices can use it to communicate with colleagues and other members of the staff. Solo practitioners who have employed office admins or have given account access to their supervisor can use it to chat with these users internally as well. To start a conversation, go to the Message Center and click on the New Conversation button. If your practice has the Client Portal add-on, you'll have two different chat types: Client for conversations with clients of the practice, or Office for conversations with other users at the practice. If you choose the chat type Office, you can start a conversation with one of your colleagues or another member of the staff. You can type the name of the person into the Therapists and Other OWL Users field to find the person, or click that field to scroll through a list of all the users. Select the one you'd like to message to add them to the conversation. You can continue to search for and add people to the conversation until you've added everyone you need. There is no limit to the number of participants you can add to a conversation. To make starting conversations even easier, we've also created a few handy pre-populated user groups like all office admins, all owners, and all therapists. We've also created an option called All Office that allows you to initiate a conversation with every single user at the practice. It's great for easily communicating office-wide announcements and updates. If you've selected multiple users to chat with, you will need to assign a group name. The group name makes the conversation more easily identifiable from the conversation summary. All conversations must be assigned a subject line as well. Enter a subject and click the Create button to start the conversation. Now you can start typing your message in the field provided to send messages to the other people in your conversation. Type your message into the field at the bottom of the window and then click the Send Message icon or hit the Enter key on your keyboard to send it. You will see the message you've typed in the conversation window. Every message you send is date and time stamped. If you hover over the message, you will see the time that it was sent. You will also see either a gray or green check mark next to the message. A gray check mark means that the message has not yet been read by the person you sent it to or by any member of your group chat. A green check mark means that the message has been read by the person it was sent to or by at least one person in the group conversation. If you hover over the message, you'll see three vertical dots appear next to it. Hovering over it opens an options menu. You can click the copy option to copy all of the text in this line of message. If the message status is unread, you will have the option to delete it. Messages can only be deleted if they have not yet been read. Once another participant in the conversation has read the message, it can no longer be deleted. When someone replies to your message, you'll see their response in the conversation window below your message. When you're viewing the conversation, you can click the Edit Conversation button to add additional participants if needed. All of the participants who are currently part of the conversation will appear in the list with a white background. All of the users who are not yet part of the conversation will appear in the list with a gray background and a checkbox next to their name. Simply click a user's name to add them to the conversation. You'll be prompted to confirm the action. More participants can be added to any group conversations as needed. It is important to know that anyone you add to a conversation will be permanently added. Once you have added a user to a conversation, they cannot be removed. Also, keep in mind that when you add additional participants, they will be able to see the entire chat history, including all of the messages that were sent prior to them joining the conversation. Messaging your clients follows the same flow as messaging colleagues and staff. Simply go to the Message Center and click on the New Conversation button. Choose the chat type Client. You can search for the client you wish to message by typing their name into the Client field. Select the client from your search to add them to the conversation. You'll notice an Options section in this window as well. If you flag the Add Linked Accounts option, any linked accounts associated to the client you've selected will be added into the conversation. If you flag the Add OWL Users option, you will be allowed to search for other users at your practice and add them to the conversation as well. If a client or linked account's name appears in blue, it means that they have an active client portal account and can participate in conversation with you. If a client or linked account's name appears in red, it means that they do not yet have an active client portal account, so they cannot participate in conversations. They will need to create a portal account for themselves to use this feature with you. Keep in mind that you can only message one client and their linked accounts, if that option has been selected, in a conversation. You cannot create conversations across multiple unrelated or unconnected clients. Once the client has been selected and any linked accounts or other users have been added as needed, you can assign a subject line and click the Create button to start the conversation. Now you can type your messages and chat with the client the same way you would when chatting with colleagues and staff. One notable difference when chatting with a client is that you can create to-dos based on the responses they send you. When you receive a message from a client, you can hover over it and click into the Options menu. You'll notice that one of your options is called Create To-Do. Clicking it will open the Create To-Do window with the line of conversation you've selected pre-populated as the to-do. You can rename it as needed and assign a date, then log it as a to-do on this client's profile. You can also start conversations with clients from within their client profile. Simply open the client's profile and click on the Secure Messaging option under the Actions sidebar. Here, you can see all of the conversations you've engaged in with this client, as well as the options to start a new conversation or archive the older ones. This completes our review of how you can use secure messaging to chat internally with colleagues and staff, as well as clients. If you have any questions, please contact our customer advocacy team by sending an email to support@owlpractice.ca.